With all the threats posed by Tropical Storm Herman, Labor Day weekend in New York was still a hotbed of West Indian expressions.
Vincent and the Grenadine. They're representing Jamaica.
As the sight, sounds, and taste of the region,
jerk chicken, jerk pork, escovitch fish,
took over the city.
We've been sitting on back down for nobody.
In celebration of the most significant U.S. holiday for the community. West Indian celebrations of every sort. Pulling into the Big Apple everyone who is anyone in reggae, dancehall, and soca. On stage covered some of these events and caught up with some of the biggest newsmakers in reggae and dancehall. In this special hour, we will share with you our one-on-one chats with acts like Sizzla Kalonche, who was on his first US tour in 8 years. Nesbet,
get up and go and do it off of my own,
who has reportedly received death threats for a no-show in the UK. Shaggy,
I'm spreading love around the world.
who says this is dancehall's finest moment.
The place is reggae. It's the best time for reggae music now.
And Gulley Bop,
We are the mystery man in the world, you know.
who has been conspicuously off the radar for months.
Every no go so, it nearly go so.
And more. All coming up right here on stage. Welcome to the show, everyone. I am Winford Williams. We'll be right back.
Reaching more and more screens around the world every week. On stage, so much more than entertainment.
Welcome back to our New York Labor Day weekend special. Now, every year, the U.S.'s Labor Day weekend attracts the who is who of Caribbean music to make appearances at the various calendar events of the weekend. One such person is firebrand reggae artist Nesbeth,
my dream.
whose tumultuous 2016 year is further complicated by what are said to be death threats from a UK promoter. We caught up with the My Dream singer at the Crown Plaza Hotel in Queens. Thanks for having us, sir. I'm sorry for your losses. I don't think we've spoken since you've lost your wife, followed by your sister in very, very quick succession. The report is that your life was threatened by a promoter in the UK. Is that true or not?
Yes, it is true.
It is true that you were threatened.
I was threatened.
Okay, and why?
Reason being, I was billed for 3 shows in the UK. Luton, Birmingham, and London.
Same promoter.
Same promoter.
Okay.
The Birmingham one was the first of the 3.
Yes.
And it went well. It has gone through. The promoter done what he's supposed to get done, and I follow through on my side of the bargain.
Okay. Fair enough.
The second one canceled for whatever reason. I am yet to find out the full detail of why
Okay.
it was cancelled. That is inside of London.
Yes.
And the third one, which is Luton, on the 28th, which is the last show, the 28th, we had journeyed from London to Luton, hoping to perform, but the promoter was supposed to come and meet his side of the bargain where management is concerned from a contractual agreement. The promoter failed to turn up.
Yeah, the standard is that when you reach the hotel or in the city, you're paid your balance.
The balance was outstanding for the Luton show while I was at the hotel.
Yes.
And the management was waiting on the promoter to come through, and he didn't. So as a result of that, I wasn't able to go to the show, whether I like to sing or not. I am under contract with my company. The promoter is under a contract, having a contract with my company as well. And if the promoter don't do what he have to do, I just can't get up and go and do it off of my own.
Okay.
So management didn't give me such indication, and as a result of that, it turned out that I never get to go and perform. It was from that, the death threat came in. The morning after, it was the morning of the 29th, so that was Monday, August the 29th, Monday morning. There was this number that was calling management about 2 to 3 times, missed calls. And I think, I don't know, they never got through, and so they leave a threat. And the threat stated that Nesbet kids and management are supposed to get eliminated if by any chance management don't pay back every single penny. Now they were referring to all the deposits for the 3 shows, everything.
They want back all the money
They
for
want back
3
all
shows.
the money based on the fact that I didn't turn up, I didn't go and perform on the Luton show. And as I said before, it was because of they themselves never followed through on their side of the contract.
So was any contact made by management to find out why it is that they have not met their obligation before the decision was taken that you won't turn up?
I think management
tried to reach
them in some way, shape or form. But management is like that. Being on the road, these are things that are protocol. You don't just stay one side thinking that, okay, that is it. Because you're not working with yourself.
So efforts were made to have them make good on their side of the deal.
Yeah.
And they still fail to do so.
They fail to meet
their obligation.
Yeah.
And the next morning your threat came from.
Yeah, the next morning they call management phone and leave a voice note on it.
So where's the whole issue right this minute? This is like a week later now, right? About a week?
Yeah, it's a week later. I've gone to the police station and they made a report, and it is in their hand now. It is really in their hand right now.
So how far are you willing to go, you and your management, to have a resolve? What is a resolve for you?
Listen, I'm about love.
Yes.
I'm really not about that, It's not something that I really want to do. I'm just doing it because this is what society is put in place for a situation of such. And if you're not taking it that route, then you will want to take it the other route. And I am not about that. So I really and truly wouldn't really want to see this gonna further and which part it there. But I am still in fear of my life, and I can even say I live my life already too, but to know that they have threatened my kids, that I am now living for more than anything else, that is disheartening. So I hope and pray say they will stop in at them track. And from them stopping at them track, it can stop same place right there, so. Because I think the police will do whatever is necessary. They're gonna check, they're gonna probably. It's not something when Nesbet and management decides, all right, we're gonna jump up and run going at the court, and yes, we have this. And
So if they reschedule, would you appear?
it kind of really, I wouldn't really want to be a part of anything these promoters is doing. I honestly wouldn't want to. The way in which they deal with situation, I just really want to detach myself from, I wouldn't feel comfortable working with them.
But you're not prepared to compromise in any way with them in terms of giving them a show or giving back any money or anything. You're saying that's it, because they forfeited on the agreement.
No, it's not that much of the agreement that they forfeited on, because human being a human being. I'm more looking at the threat. Nesbet is Nesbet, and I haven't changed. No success can change me from who I am. I am here for a reason, and what I am doing is not just for Nesbet, it's for the world. All right? Now, I am a peaceful youth from an humble beginning, and I'm the type of a person that will always, put things aside if there's any problem, and I try to solve it the best way possible. Now I am saying it's the first ever in all of my life I have come across one of such,
yes,
where I am threatened. Their thing was to think that when they laid such a threat, then we would have get scared and do just about whatever they required. But it went the opposite way, because now we take it to the public, and I take it to the public for more than one reason, mainly two. I take it to the public because one, I know artists, there's a number of artists out there that has gone through similar situation that is still dying in silence, and I am also making the public aware that this is what is happening, and so artists and artist management that have never come across a situation of such can be properly educated of what is out there.
Okay. Do you have a message for them right now? What would you say to them right now?
First, I would like to say my deepest apology to my fans that was anticipating me at the Luton show. Now, I really want to tell them that I'm sorry, and I want them to also know that it wasn't on my side. And I would definitely want to tell the promoters that I really and truly have no grudge, no hate in my heart for them. And I respect promoters, but there's a right and a wrong way of doing things. And I would advise them in going forward to look at themselves like now and see where they have gone wrong and try to make it better. Because we're all human beings, and time after time we jump out of the line. So I'm not here to execute them. I'm not here to wish death upon them and them family. I definitely want them to know that I am thankful for the fact that they have chosen Nesbet to be a part of their lineup. However, it has gone down a path that I never really wanted it to go, and I don't think it is something that they would want either.
What else is going on in your career?
Well, I'm all over the place, as you have already known. All over the place, through the United States of America, the Caribbean, all over. But separate and apart from that, I'm also giving back to society in every way, shape and form that I can afford to. I've gone to the Metcalf juvenile facility to motivate them and perform for them also. And I have gone to the Spanish Town prison to perform and to motivate them as well. I've also done a concert in the United States of America, New Jersey, for the Jaja Foundation. Jaja Foundation. It is Jamaica abroad helping Jamaica at home. And the AOS, I have also done some motivational speech for them. They were giving away $9 million for young entrepreneurs. And I have given motivational speech for that purpose, and I have also performed for them. Outside of that, I have been awarded the Marcus Garvey Music Award of 2016. I was presented that award by the UNIA, and I am nominated for the IRAMA Award on the 2nd of October, which is my birthday. And I am going to perform on that award as well. And I am nominated for Song of the Year on the Indies Award that is in France. So there's so much that is going on that I am thankful for. And I have to say thanks to the people as well for the support that they have been giving to me, because the fact that my wife is buried now, my sister, I've lost my sister and all of that. It's not like after you bury them, everything that's done and you're gone. You know, I still travel with heartache, pain. You know, there are times when I'm driving and I just start crying because of memories. And when I look at my kids and I realize even now that it's back to school, their mom would have been there for them, and you know, I have to take care of all that. It pains my heart, but the fans out there, they are there for me. So every opportunity that I get, I have to tell them thanks, because they send something on my social page, some messages that sometimes when I read these messages, they keep me together.
All right, we can only wish there is a peaceful resolution, no bloodshed. Stay with us right here on stage, still to come, inside two of the biggest events of the Labor Day weekend. And also coming up, Shaggy, who says this is dancehall's finest moment. Gully Bop, who has been conspicuously off the radar for a long time. And Sizzla Kalonji, who was on his very first US tour in 8 years. All coming up. We'll be right back.
Reaching more and more screens around the world every week. On stage, so much more than entertainment.
Most Jamaican and other Caribbean nationals who migrated to the US went there in search of economic opportunities, in particular, jobs. Consequently, Labor Day as a national holiday in that country holds a special significance for Caribbean migrants and is by far the most celebrated US holiday in the community. A whole weekend of elaborate Caribbean-style shindigs, the vast majority of which are staged in the Big Apple. Here's our look at two of the biggest events of the weekend. In this venue known as Roy Wilkins Park, one of the biggest reggae dancehall events gets underway right now. All right, guys, so you're out in this park today.
Yes.
What are you looking forward to most?
Just to a good time and Sizzla, definitely.
Sizzla and Jamil.
Yes, and Jamil. I love Jamil.
Share with content. You see and both big up.
I love on stage.
These events, I always come here with my cuz. My cuz live here, and we always judge together. This is, you know, this is, I feel like home. Respect to reggae music and all the artists.
These are my best friends.
Okay, and your name?
Veronica and Jason.
They call me Tree Step though.
Three Step.
Yeah, man.
He's
You,
at
you might
every
remember me
Jamaican
from the
party.
Welcome to Jamrock cruise. Oh, man.
Name Irie John.
jam. More love, more joy. Yeah, man, more love, man. Don't know. On stage, check it out. It's like a lunch.
Billed and promoted as the return of Sizzla Kalonji to the Big Apple.
With Sizzla.
I'm waiting for Sizzla.
The event is a production of Irie Jam Radio that celebrates the media group's 23rd anniversary.
It's Irie Jam's 23rd anniversary.
In the form of a stage show. The return of Sizzla, because the firebrand Dancehall is once again in possession of a U.S. work permit after being denied for all of 8 years. But before the black woman and child singer unleashed, there were several eruptions in the park. As a long list of billed and unbilled heavy hitters took the stage. Those unbilled were out to show love and respect to the Irie Jam crew, as well as their own fans. Acts like Chris Martin, Shaggy, Tanta Blacks, and Gully Bop. Build acts like Bugle,
yeah man, for big up New York straight all the while, because this is one of the places where show Bugle real love.
Roots rocker Richie Spice,
The vibe was good. Good vibe, man. You know, it's more than I can say. Good vibes.
and other firebrands like Irie and Anthony B.
Question, where have you been, great man? Reggae music, New York, welcome. So for us, if I win, stop sing. Them fighting say I do me not in a distracting. This is what you all love yourself. Almost a slackness that get your plan. Some run down vanity and lost their way. Programs still don't get to your plan. Before they
What do you like so far?
I loved Richie Spice so much. Yeah, it was just amazing. He just has so many hits, and he just hit after hit. He has tons of energy, and it was just really great. Everybody.
I liked everybody, but I love Irie. He did his thing. I love him so much.
Anthony B.
Bugle was good, and Jamil was good too. All the others were good.
I win.
I mean, I'm my boy.
Irie, my fireman, Irie straight, you know.
Jamil, the upcoming new artist. Everybody. Love everybody.
Richie Spice.
Then the park of 15,000 strong became a wholly owned fiery furnace. Of Judgment Yard.
It was a really great, beautiful stage show. They should do it again.
And this spectacular street party here in Brooklyn is where all the expressions of the West Indies are fully on display. The sight, sound, and taste of the Caribbean. It's the West Indies Labor Day Parade, which serves as the grand finale of the celebration.
Bubble panda, kick, then no talk. Everything shot, girl, then no back. Bubble panda, kick, then no talk. Everything shot. Hey girl, just whine and bend over.
We been sit on back down for nobody. We been sit on back down for nobody.
Love is larger than life, larger than life. It's larger than life, larger than life.
Jumping for education.
Education all the way, all the way.
Okay, so explain for me why and what exactly is involved here.
Well, this is Friends of Crown Heights. Yes. And Friends of Crown Heights supports education from 2 months to 4 years old.
Look trouble now. Hey, he cut me down. Say, he cut me down. Like a. Every day is fete. I come out to fete. Better fetting more than you.
Quite a bacchanal in the Big Apple, don't you agree? Stay with us, still to come right here on stage. One-on-ones with Sizzla on Triumphant return to the US after 8 years. And what he means by no gun phenomenon. Shaggy tells why this is a great time for dancehall.
The place is reggae. It's the best time for reggae music now.
Gully Bop answers questions about being stuck in New York.
Every no go so, it nearly go so.
And two directors of Irie Media open up on their 23rd anniversary celebrations. What's driving their 23 years of Irie events and media? Also, meet one of their sponsors, who happens to be Jamaica's biggest food success story in the US. All coming up right here on stage.
Reaching more and more screens around the world every week. On stage, so much more than entertainment.
Welcome back. Bobby Clark and Louis Grant are founding directors of Irie Media Group. On stage, chatted with the two after their successful 23rd anniversary celebration at Royal Wilkins Park.
After 8 long years, Sizzla is back in New York, and I think probably the last park show he did was here for Irie Jamboree.
Very blessed. We're the New York arm of Jamaican entertainment. So as on stages in Jamaica, we think they were same in New York. And I think that the artists and the community of artists from the Caribbean realizes that the Big Apple, to get the right exposure, is Irie Jam Radio, Irie Jam Media, Irie Jam Events, is what you need to make your career move. And we're proud to be able to push real good music. Like Sizzla said today, support those who support you. Yeah. And we here at Irie Jam, we are 100% Jamaican, we're 100% Caribbean, and we take pride into promoting what we promote. So I want to also say to corporate Jamaica and corporate Trinidad, there is more money here than there is in the Caribbean. So if you want to invest in a different resource to get another income stream, here's where we do it. We have 3 million Jamaicans living in New York. It's almost same as Jamaica, and Trinidadians, Bayesians, and we can maximize income, US dollars, for you, the Caribbean audience in the Caribbean here. So when we put on these shows and we do the radio, we do TV and we do other things, it's to enhance the Caribbean culture. And it's very important that people understand that we're not doing it for personal gain, although that's great sometimes, but it's more of building our culture and building awareness of why we're here. So we've found our calling. Our calling is our brand and our people, and getting our people up the right way. So when it comes to making them money, and if you have a business here, we empower you. We're not going to buy McDonald's, we can buy an oxtail, or a patty, or a curry goat, flying fish, or whatever. What we have to do to make sure that our Caribbean nations here make money. And that's what we're here to do.
You're not just speaking Jamaican, you're speaking
Wider
Caribbean.
Oh, yes. Because traditionally, Labor Day weekend is a very strong Caribbean celebrated weekend in all its splendor. Heritage, the culture is on show for the most part. Which climaxes tomorrow in Eastern Parkway at the West Indian Carnival Parade, and it's just a phenomenal time that we all come together and do the best we can and share our very rich culture with our newfound friends and the mainstream, if you will, here in the United States. So I remember when Bobby and I were in college, we felt so left out sometimes. So we actually started radio because you'd have the Columbus City, the Italians, and the Irish, St. Patrick's and all that. And that's so, and we got into radio on campus. And that's how we actually started, because we're doing Black History Month, February, and then we turned it into a more Caribbean type feel. And, that was the genesis of what you see today.
I really want to impress upon the artist community in Jamaica. Sizzla was gone for 8 years, for whatever reason. And I think it's important that his message is now positive, and it's now pushing education and childcare and family and great things. I need other artists to take note and to push positivity, because it sells. We just had about 15,000 people in a park because of positivity. So I'd like the community there in Jamaica to see that success comes from doing positive music, doing cultural music, doing music that is uplifting to the people. You can do dancehall. I mean, we love dancehall. We're a big part of that. But you can do it positively. And I think Sizzla is a testament to that.
And probably without compromising his beliefs, he hasn't been here for a while for visa issues, but thanks to, in part, to Harry Jam, his music has always had visa.
Lowell Hawthorne is easily Jamaica's biggest food success story in the United States. The St. Andrew-born restaurateur, who was recently featured in ABC's hit show Undercover Boss, has been a sponsor and a supporter of Irie Jam Media for all its life.
I'm here with Irie Jam. What a great organization. I'm proud to have been partnered with them for the last 23 years.
Okay, so you've always been with them?
Yes, 23 years.
Oh, wow.
So it's just been a great partnership.
So, sir, for some of who might be watching us and don't know your name, and who may not recognize you right away, could you just say who you are?
My name is Lowell Hawthorne. I'm the president and CEO of Golden Crust Caribbean Bakery and Grill.
A pride and joy business food chain for Jamaica, for all Jamaica.
Everyone utilizes Golden Crust for their home away from home. Yes. We provide authentic meals, over 120 stores, in over 20,000 supermarkets, and just keeping the Jamaican flag flying high.
How many supermarkets?
Over 20,000 supermarkets throughout the United States.
That's nationwide?
Nationwide, yes.
And your food, the restaurant?
Yeah, we have 120 restaurants. We're in 9 states, and certainly patties are in the schools, the penal system. So we're just doing a fabulous job taking Caribbean cuisine mainstream.
Patty is the leading product here.
Patties is #1, followed with jerk chicken, and of course our oxtail.
Oxtail is third?
Oxtail is doing extremely well, man.
Okay. So where are you looking to take it? Where do you want to take it?
We want to go to Canada. We're looking at many other states. We're going to be building another 50 stores over the next few years. A lot of stores coming to Boston market, Florida, Atlanta is doing phenomenal, and we're just going to keep growing.
In starting this, what was your dream then?
My dream then was to have enough stores to feed all my siblings and their spouses and significant others. I did not envision to have 120 stores, but certainly I've executed the vision. capitalize on the opportunity and seize the moment.
That you did. Fine style ideas.
Yes, I appreciate it, and just an amazing journey. It has not been easy, but certainly with determination and the drive and the discipline and the tenacity, that no matter what happens, we have risen to the challenges and keep pushing the organization forward.
Being Jamaican, does that make it easier or tougher to do that here in the U.S.?
Being an immigrant, it's never easy. Yeah. Had it not been for my determination, I don't think I'd be standing here. And certainly, one of the things that I have embodied is just giving back to the community, providing scholarship for our youth, and just trying to transform lives as much as I can.
Thank you so much, sir. What an inspiring story it is.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, stay with us. When we come back right here on stage, Shaggy tells why he feels this is dancehall's biggest moment. Gulley Bop answers questions about being stuck in New York. And still to come, Sizzla on a triumphant return to the US after 8 years and what he means by no-gun phenomenon. All coming up. We'll be back.
Reaching more and more screens around the world every week. On stage, so much more than entertainment.
Welcome back. International recording star Shaggy, who is enjoying continued presence in the international mainstream music, was one of the big out-of-the-blue moments at the Irie Jam 23rd anniversary celebrations in Roy Wilkins Park, Queens. The bombastic artist had this to say after the cameo.
So Shaggy, sir, first of all, I'm give you a whole back congratulations. Up here, you were here in mainstream, lots of things going on for you.
Boys wanna spend Franklin like Mr. Benjamin. I meet it, why them want
Trust me, I'm a gentleman. You started this trend, and it ain't going anywhere anytime soon. Talk to us about your own feelings on it.
Oh, you can't get them. They say win some money or something like. A barrel come, I don't know about it or something. Happy now. Now listen, the day is all about work. I can't tell you anything is accident because we work really hard for it. We planned it, we executed, and so far everything is moving in the right direction. It's about moving dancehall music and Caribbean music up. Big up the Sean Paul who are doing thing too. Congratulations on him it with Sia. And we just have to get as much people. Popcaan, I can't wait for you hit road. Remember when Popcaan touched down in America? Remember that them have some money put on your wait for you. Anyway, more of these artists come around. Alkaline big up himself too. More of these artists, the younger crop of sisters come and make measures. Big up Dada back in America. Go through the whole of the cross the country. You see it on Instagram, you see him about the place.
Get to the point. Yeah, this the Rasta man and I'm born with Alice when we Yankee gun times. Yeah, get to the point.
This is reggae. It's the best time for reggae music now.
Oh, that's a good time, Shaggy.
Very good. Listen. All the mainstream is embracing it. All we have to do now is be smart about how we ride it and make it work.
And Sizzla returning, you say again?
Dada touch on, you look my Instagram, you see Dada mash up the whole place. I have to come out today. First time Sizzla, back in the United States, back in New York. You see the capacity crowd out there. Can't wait for him to touch the stage right now.
Shaggy, it's good to see you out and lending your support to not just Sizzla's coming, but also to Irie Jam 23rd.
Irie Jam, a matter of fact, remember now, Irie Jam is the ears, right? And the gateway for the promotion of our music within the tri-state area. So big them up, because they do their work, along with many others from Jabba, Bobby Candas, Nori. But it's all part of the process. So when it's time for support, you have to support them.
Just look down, me say. Trust me, not much increment. You're pussy, no. You know want be my friend again. Show off you're sexy, but that's irrelevant. Wicked girl, easy.
Over the summer, Gulley Bop, who had one of the highest media profiles since his Rags to Fame rise, was nowhere in sight. And was one of the biggest surprises at Irie Jam's 23rd anniversary.
He's been asking for you, sir.
Yeah, me there, man.
What's going on with you?
Well, I live some sweet life. Me not tell a lie. I live some sweet life.
So talk about it. What makes it so sweet?
I enjoy my life, you know? But I enjoy my life.
Secret lover, I'm told. Undercover lover, I hear. Is that true?
Me have secret cover lover, me have undercover lover, me have round the corner lover, me have all type of lover. So, all them go on, Gulley Bop, okay, well okay. And me have mystery lady, that is mystery lady.
Okay, and I understand that, is it that you can't leave? You can't leave because of some legal issues?
No, man, I can't leave anytime, man. I just the other day I come up here back, you know. Nothing can stop me from leave, man.
Yeah. So you have no legal issues?
No legal issues. I can leave anytime I want to leave. I can come back anytime I want to come back. Around 5 days ago since me come back up here.
But what is we hear about you being arrested and is being held in New York pending your appearance in court? Is that true?
Anything what people say, if it no go so, it nearly go so. But me not have nothing to do with no jail right now. You understand? Nothing to do with the jail. Gulley Bop free like the bird in the sky.
Amari seems to have disappeared. What happened to Amari? We're not seeing anything more from her. What's happening with her?
Just like how Adam in the Eve, Adam in the garden hiding, Amari in the Brooklyn hiding. Amari is nobody right now.
Was she a mistake? Was it a mistake to have gotten involved with her?
Yeah, man, a big mistake that man. He come like me the blind that day, me never saw me ago. And just what she want, Amari want me fame. Amari want me hype. And she can't get me hype, she can't get me fame. So Amari about her business right now. And Gulley Bop there. I Brooklyn, I walk easy. And Amari can't live out her yard. She have lost in her house up on Facebook every day.
All right, so have you gotten in touch? Have you heard from Miss Chin? Are you in touch with her?
I said Chin in her last month, because me and Chin did the Guyana. And Secret Lover Rika did the Guyana. And from Chin come from Guyana, I don't hear from Chin again. Chin does a post up some foolishness and them not try build them career. Them a try bring down themselves. The whole of them a try fight against Gulley Bop. And the end of the day, Gulley Bop have the fans.
All right, sir.
Because from now until Wkend, more come down, come back up and stay live.
All right, there you have him, your Rags to Fame Bop. Stay with us, still to come, one-on-one with Sizzla Kalonji. Wow, we'll be back.
What's on the way? Let me telling you, I got a something from. There's just what tells me from. Give me a try, close perceptions. Ladies, I want to hear your beautiful voices. I want to hear the ladies scream. You know.
Reaching more and more screens around the world every week. On stage, so much more than entertainment.
Welcome back. The Irie Jam 23rd anniversary celebration staged over the Labor Day weekend in New York, was billed and promoted as the return of Sizzla to the Big Apple. This as the Judgment Yard international star was making his first appearance in that city in all of 8 years due to visa issues. And as is widely reported, the appearance, which was one of the many stops in a multi-city tour across the U.S., was everything fans of the Black woman and child singer expected and more. Here's our chat after the show. Sir, first of all, we must congratulate you for that performance tonight.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, and it's so we see it as one of the best Sizzla presentations that we've ever seen. How do you call it?
Well, I would say it was a scintillating performance. You know what I'm saying? The people was really like excited and we really like it. Far too long it has been 8 years out of the country and I'm back and I love the support and the people that really turn out in droves. And it was a really great, beautiful stage show. They should do it again.
And it's part of a big tour across the U.S. I looked at it and it was so long a list I couldn't even get time to look through all the stops. How is it going so far?
It's going great so far. You know, we've started out in Fort Lauderdale. We went to North Carolina. We went to Orlando, Jacksonville. You know what I'm saying? We've coming from Virginia. This is where we end up. So, you know, it's beautiful and the people are turning out and I'm telling all the shows sold out. So we just keep it cranking.
What are they saying to you, your fans, about your? What are they, when you like out there now? You had a long list of them taking pictures and so on, and I suspect this is happening right across the U.S.
Certainly.
everywhere. What are the feedbacks you're getting from them directly yourself?
Well, it's tangible because, you know, this is like I've been missing too long. You need to be in the States doing a lot of work. We have a lot of shows to get going. We got a lot of community service duties to perform. I've been doing this side of the world for quite a long time now since I've been supported by the Jamaican people. So they're just excited, screaming, shouting and say, yes, Sizzla, welcome home, welcome back to the country. You should be in the States, help to promote the reggae music because these people, they live on the reggae music. The reggae music inspired them and brought them through a lot of perilous times. So it's a great response. I have to just be up close and personal with the people. They supported us all the years, so I'm here to support them.
And you're lending your voice to the black youths, especially here in the U.S., who are facing, lots of them are killed by cops. And you're lending your voice to the movement to stop the killings, to stop the injustice.
Certainly.
That is being meted out to black youths in this country. And you went on to say, no guns for no man. Can you expound?
Yeah, no
on that?
guns for no man, no gun for no one. The gun is only killing the people and causing destruction, you know what I'm saying? So it's righteousness. The same principle for Jamaica, same principle for Augustown. Dance here before you dance abroad. At this we teach them at Jamaica, at this we teach them in the world. At this them know with Rastafari.
So you embrace the movements like Black Lives Matter and so on.
Come on, you know, these movements was first structured by your ancestors, Marcus Garvey, Dr. Martin Luther King. You don't know all of them people, you know me, I say, Nanny come straight up the line, King Selassie, Prince Emmanuel, Rosa Parks. All of these people been fighting for our liberation. So we have to continue the movement. So I support all black movements that's positive and uplifting to the nation. And we don't support racism and prejudice. So not because we're going to say we support black movement, we're looking down on other nation. No, if we don't get together and unite as black people, there's nothing we can teach any other nation out there in the world. So, you know, we're Jamaican, African, you know, we're very much a part of the world community. So we just got to put on a foot and just represent what we represent. And we're not asked about a Marcus Garvey line. We're not asked about our culture we learn from our yard. Follow the culture. Black movement is love, unity, and peace. Don't deny it.
Do you feel black people have made progress over these years since Marcus Garvey? Do you think there's progress, or do you think it's getting worse?
No, certainly they've progressed a lot. You know what I mean? Really, you can really see it. It's quite evident because, you know, I would say 100 years ago, 150 years ago, you didn't have that much black people in the tertiary institutions, in the judiciary system. You got people who are lawyers, judges, dentists. Black people, they're all over the world. Black people, they were the first inventors of everything, the creation. So it's there, it can't dead. It's alive, pretty much ongoing. So we just follow the movement. And, you know, so this movement is about love, respect of self and others. So it goes.
But the work goes on.
The work continues.
Sizzla Kalonji, sir, so good to have you. So good to talk to you. So congrats again and continue the good work.
Thank you very much. You don't know, it was beautiful on stage. This is on stage. New York, 8 years, me in the place. Jamaica, peace and love. I hear me now, no? Stay in school, little children. This is on stage. Boom, bam.
All right, there you have it. Sizzla Dada Kalonji. Wow. All right, that brings us to the end of our show for this week. Winford Williams, on behalf of all of us, thanking you for joining us. Do join us again next week for more On Stage.
Some people read and meditate, and I'm most acting now. Some people are conscious of life, and I'm not punching now. Some people are full of champagne, I'm ready now. It is a library, I cannot practice now. And the best I do good work, Jamaica tell it, Africa tell it, New York tell it, USA tell it, England tell it, Rasta tell it. Oh, yeah.
Hey, thanks for watching our video. Well, you know, there's so much more where that came from. And all you have to do is to click subscribe and be on stage always.
Stang, ba ba da ba.